welcome to my first episode or vlog slash video of me doing a little bit of fall baking. It's the first fall type day today. It was kind of rainy this morning, so I thought why not do a little bit of baking, and I wanted to take you guys along with me. I'm making some pumpkin crumble muffins, and the oven just got to temperature. I already set it to 450, so we can get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do a video like this. I'm working on it. Yeah. I know, being from Southern California, you're probably thinking the weather's the same throughout the entire year. It's sunny pretty much every day, but it's kind of chilly today and a little bit rainy, so that's a nice change. I'm wearing my fall apron. I actually made this myself, so I'm pretty proud of it. I'm feeling kind of crafty. So today we're gonna make some muffins. Let's get started. So for this recipe, you're gonna need, I did half of the amount of sugar than the recipe says, because normally with my recipes I always do less sugar. So I did a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of regular sugar, half a cup of canola oil, and a 1/4 cup of milk. I used oat milk, unsweetened. Normally I use coconut milk, unsweetened coconut milk, but I'm out of that. Half a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 eggs. You're also gonna need a few other ingredients, but just wanted to give you guys a little overview of what I measured out already. Okay, so now I have all my ingredients ready and measured out. So the first one we're gonna start with is the dry ingredients. So I have the regular all-purpose flour. I ended up using gluten-free flour because that's what I prefer, but you can use all-purpose flour, just whatever works for you. I like doing most of my muffins and everything gluten-free, but obviously it's totally up to you. It's just my preference. Then I also have baking soda and a pinch of salt, so I'm gonna add that. And then I have pumpkin pie spice, essential. And then I also have cinnamon, so I'm gonna add that in here also. And then just whisk it together. Oh my goodness, it already smells so good. Oh my gosh. So that's all combined. And now we're gonna go for the wetting. So for this one, we're gonna do some sugar, brown sugar, oat milk or whatever type of milk you want to use, and then canola oil. That's going in there all together, and we're also going to do 2 eggs. And last but not least, we need a can of pumpkin puree. So you don't want to use the puree that already has pumpkin pie spice in it, because we're adding our own spices, and then that would just be like overpowering with pumpkin flavor. So they add sugar to the puree, so then you wouldn't want to add additional sugar. So that's why I'm using just plain pumpkin puree. And I measured it out already, and it turns out that it's 1 can, but you'll definitely want to check and see if it's the same amount for you guys. It's important to get all of it out of the can because it adds up eventually and you'll end up wasting some. So that's that. Now we are going to whisk it all together. so good, and it looks like pumpkin pie mix already. So maybe I'll just change my mind and make a pumpkin pie instead. Next video. It's just the beginning of fall. The possibilities are endless. Okay, so that's all mixed together. And now we're going to add the wet ingredients into the dry. And I'm just going to pour it in like this. Oh, it smells so good. Now we're just gonna fold it in together. Just want to mix it until there's no more streaks of flour left, and probably don't want to over mix it because then it can get tough or kind of gooey, and we want really soft and fluffy muffins. So it's all mixed together. Check it out. So now I'm gonna get my muffin pan and I'm going to scoop them into that. I also made a crumble for the top, and I'll put all the ingredients right here so that way you guys can make that too, but it was kind of basic, so I didn't think I should put it in the video, I guess. So I'll just show you what it looks like and then how to put it on the muffins. Okay, so I have my muffin pan and I have an ice cream scoop. I always use the red one because normally, this is like a super cool tip that, I don't know, I just figured out, I guess. You can put the scoop against the muffin tin and see if it's slightly bigger, if the muffin tin is slightly bigger, and that's how you know that it's the right size scoop. I also have a purple one, which is a little bit smaller, and that's for like the mini muffins. But since I'm doing this size, I'm using red. Also, I know this looks kind of odd. It's actually a copper muffin tin, so I don't have to spray it, and I also don't have to use muffin liners, the little paper cups. So it makes them a lot more clean looking, and they don't have those little ridges around the muffin, which I know some people might like, but I like the way it looks with a round edge. So let's get scooping. That's good. It's good. I'm gonna give you guys a closer view, that way you can see what this looks like. So now I have the crumble that I made while you guys were not watching. Now we're just gonna take little pieces of it and crumble them on top of the muffins, so that way they get nice and crispy in the oven and absolutely delicious. You like half a teaspoon to like a teaspoon, and just kind of like break it up and put it on top of each muffin. I'll give you guys a closer look. So now I put the crumble on top of all the little muffins, ready for them to go into the oven at 450 degrees for 5 minutes. And then you are gonna turn down the oven to 350, and they're gonna go for 10 to 17 minutes, which is kind of a random time frame, but you just want to check on them, so I'm going to set the timer right now. right, so my timer just went off, and that was for the first 5 minutes. I was baking the muffins at 450. Now I'm gonna turn down the oven to 350, and they're gonna bake for another 10 to 17 minutes. So let's turn this down. $350. There it is. So we'll see you guys back when they're ready. Maybe we can do a teensy tiny little sneak peek. Ooh. They're already rising up so much. They look so good. Can you see them? Oh my. It smells like fall, like you've never smelled fall before. Counting down till they're ready. Alright guys, so the second timer just went off. I ended up baking them for 13 minutes, which is kind of like in between 10 and 17, I guess. I don't know. So I got my little oven mitts and I'm going to take them out. I wish you could smell how good this smells. It's out of control. Oh. Seriously, it almost has like a look of bread pudding and crispy. Oh, the crumble looks insane. I cannot wait to try these. I think this is probably going to be one of my favorite things for this fall. Depending on how they taste, fingers crossed, they taste as good as they smell. I'm probably going to make this more than once this fall. So let's let them rest for maybe like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and then we're ready for a taste test. So I just wanted to put all the little muffins on this board. I think that will look pretty cute. Let's see. It's still hot. Come take a look. So excited to taste these. They smell so good and they're so soft. Like they're literally like little clouds. I don't know which one I want to pick. This is the hardest decision. I am going to get this one, I guess. Oh. Cheers. Like fall in a muffin. You guys have to make these. It is so good. I'm not even joking. And the crumble got so crunchy that it adds like a whole different dimension. And you can taste the pumpkin so strong. I think I could easily eat all those muffins like right now. And that is how you bake delicious pumpkin crumble muffins in less than an hour, basically. What you want to see me make next, comment in the comment section below. I'm new to YouTube, so I'm trying to figure out like all the things to say. If you want to see more baking or you want to see more savory stuff, I'll be like doing a lot of things that are baking related. So if you want to see some savory things, comment what you think I should make. And I'm really excited to see what we can come up with.